Have you ever felt alone and overwhelmed with the prospect of growing your ministry? Hi, I'm Joseph Wilson, Apostolic Leader of the Power Network International. And if you've ever had that feeling of just being alone and overwhelmed and don't know how you're going to get to the next level of your ministry, and knowing that God put a dream in you and you really want to do a good job for God, but you don't feel like you can do it alone, there's an opportunity through the Power Network International. We're saying to all of you, let's grow together. It never has to be an alone proposition ever again. If you're like me, then you're feeling pretty relieved right now that there's somebody I can partner with and come together with, and we can do a greater work for God together. Now, the Power Network International, there's three functional things to make that happen in real ways. Through synergized vision, we gather together. Through synergy, we work together. And then we learn to synchronize our efforts so we have an unconscious flow in the Holy Spirit, that we're achieving uncommon growth in all areas of the kingdom. And the 2020 vision of the Power Network International starts with the Ohio Project. And the Ohio Project is focusing on reaching 250,000 souls in Ohio. And no one church, one group of churches can do that alone. We need everybody on board. That's why we invite you to let's grow together. Let's focus on sharing the gospel. I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believes. And when you think about that, we have to do what James challenges us to do in the book of James. We can't just talk about our faith. We must learn to believe our faith. And as the 2020 vision shapes and comes together, that we are looking at 50K push zones, so it's not overwhelming. 250,000 people is a lot of people to reach, and one entity and one group can't do it from wherever you start from. But together, by breaking it down into push zones, we have Cleveland, Akron, Canton, Toledo, Columbus, and Cincinnati as centralizing points that we create epicenters and growth centers that we can gather together churches, we can gather together evangelistic people, we can gather together missional leaders. And a part of that growth system, we want to do some functional things. We need to empower the everyday believer. We also need to raise up leaders to help chart the course and keep things moving. So part of that partnership and coming together is that we're initiating Operation Behave Your Belief. And this is where we all get to come together initially, that we can not just functionally do the Ohio Project, but we also have to fund the project. So we need your help as you behave your belief, that where you believe that the gospel of Jesus Christ is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believe, that by sowing a minimum of $15, that you invest, number one, in yourself, that you empower yourself by receiving a copy of Preaching Pews to make you and position you to become an everyday believer that becomes an everyday evangelist. But we also need to train the leadership structure to help propel and sustain growth in these particular environments. So if you would come along with us and do that simple thing, invest in yourself, invest in future leadership that propels untold growth by sowing a minimum of $15. Come, let's grow together.